baby. Yes,
Hey,
we are.
how
There
are
we
you,
go,
brother?
bros. Yeah,
Yeah,
good, mate.
good, mate. Good. Yeah. What's going on?
Oh, not much. Bit wet up here. Are you looking a bit wet there? Are you? Is it raining down your way?
Right. It's about 37.
Oh, well,
Uh,
oh, righto. Yeah, must.
no rain, nothing. There we go.
Oh, man, sounds like you need some. We got some good rain here just for the last probably an hour or so.
I think you're, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, as I it's from Brian Dow, the Walker barber, but he had a few issues with staffing, and he had to get out there and try to organise some other stuff. So he apologises, but he'd love to come on next week. So um, uh, um, we're we're off the morning tomorrow, brother. Tomorrow morning, so they'll be on there.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well,
Mm.
you're not going to escape the heat, mate, anywhere along
And what about you, brother?
the west. Oh, mate, it's been a bit wet, so but we did go up down to for a drive down to Gordonvale, catch up with my niece, and then pulled in to see another niece on the way back, and then came back. But by the time we jumped in the car to go, it started raining here, and it rained all the way down to Gordonvale, and then all the way back again. So yeah, it's a bit wet. It's cooled it down pretty by heaps, it's a lot cooler now than it was before. So, but they were expecting a bit of rain. Um, I think we'll be copping a bit more over the next 4 or 5 days, by the sounds of things.
Well, we do it for a little bit here. It's pretty hot and dry. Probably around about 6 at the moment. So yeah. So
Mm.
but it's, we love
Well,
the heat, so we're all good with it. So yeah. Mm.
it's a bit. You probably need a bit of rain. Hey, listen.
No, we are.
I just want
True.
to just want to quickly acknowledge country, or actually honour country, honour our ancestors in this part of the world, Irinji people, as well as the Kukulanaji people from up north, and then the Mamu people down this way, south, and out on at Yarrabah, the Irukandji people. So I pay my acknowledgement to those folk, and also to my father's family up in the Torres Straits, the Bardigal people. But also, of course, our elders, past and present. I'll hand it back to you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Well said. And I too would just like to acknowledge all our traditional custodians and honour all our elders and pay the utmost respects to everyone that's got us where we are today. And we're on Guyable country tonight. So we used to live on Gittable country. Now we're on Guyable country. So
Oh,
near Toowoomba.
Toowoomba.
Yeah. So yeah. And as I said, tomorrow morning we'll be heading off to Gamilaroi country. So, yeah, doing some work down there around youth crime and consultation with community, brother. So,
Mhm.
looking forward to that, and seeing what Washington's mob have, because we know all the solutions and have, and that's build another detention centre. So, hopefully we'll come away with some good results, brother.
Yeah, okay. That's exciting, mate. Yeah, that'll be really good. I mean, you guys have, you know, talked about it last week, haven't we? Didn't we? Sort of a little bit about the work you guys are
Yeah,
doing
it
out
did.
that
Yep,
way. Yeah, so
yep.
good to get back into it. I suppose I haven't got back into it yet, brother. I've been sort of in limbo for a little while. I've just been doing a bit of mentoring. Probably the next couple of weeks I'll be up and down the coast of Queensland. Probably, I reckon it'll be all wet, but anyway, we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. No, look, we're looking forward to it. Like it's been a really fast paced start of the year. Wasn't much of a break at any time in January. So, yeah. Look, that's the way it goes, brother. And uh, I'm loving what we do. So, we'll get into it like that. How have you found the January 6th yesterday?
What's that, brother? Just
How
got a
did
little
you
bit.
how did you find January the 26th?
26.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Australian
Wake up
Day,
Australia Day.
Australia. Yeah,
Wake
yeah,
up Australia Day, I call
100%,
it.
100.
Yeah, no, mate, look, I don't know. I think it's a bit of, I don't know. Maybe I should let it go, but after the referendum, mate, I just can't see, I can't celebrate anything like that at the moment. So, take a while now. Poor result after the referendum, where the majority of Australians um, won't even give us a voice to Parliament. So, yeah, not feeling too proud of. I'm not too feeling too proud of Australia at the moment.
I mean, I think we've said it before, brother. It's our time for for all of Australia, if you like, a referendum. I mean, because it just showed how far behind we really are. So,
Mm,
yeah, and like as we both know, working in community, that our mobs, struggle a bit, and a fair bit, even since referendum result and how they're feeling about that, which I think it's left a little bit behind at times. So,
mm. Yeah, you're right, mate. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's weird that uh, we have had an Australia Day after the referendum already last year. Or was that referendum last year? No, it was referendum this last year before, wasn't it? 2023.
2023, mate.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
yeah,
So we've had an
yeah.
Australia Day, but yeah, I just feel a bit, disappointed, I suppose. But great opportunity. Here's a Aboriginal people reaching out to provide some advice in terms of how better to look after the First Nations people, and yet it was turned down. So um, it was kind of for me, it's disappointing because here was an opportunity to an economic opportunity, I suppose, to um, actually get some funding in the right place to make things work. They waste a lot of money on our people, and that's not just our people; it's the government as well. So it's kind of like, yeah, I think it was something like 50, lots of millions of dollars anyway that spent every year on the budget in the budget for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities, and here was a chance for Australians to work with us, Aboriginal people, and reduce that spending. You know what I mean? So actually have some really good outcomes. So at the moment, it's the same old, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, oh, look, definitely, brother. I mean, the thing is, I mean, there is a lot of funding that goes, to, I suppose, everything like health, like housing, and all that sort of stuff. A lot of the time, it doesn't go to where it's meant to go to, brother. So, we need to be able to, work it as well um, because people are still suffering out there, and I know, people say build a bridge and get over it, but I mean, it's such a such a thing when I suppose you're not acknowledged is what a lot of mob are talking about. Is if only people could acknowledge, the past injustices, I guess. So,
Yeah,
I it, understand that it's that it happened 237 years ago or whatever it was, but it's still happening today. It still happens today. So
Yeah, and I got to say though, mate, and I know that the Aboriginal history, the Aboriginal story here in Australia isn't a good one. And you know, although that the vote was a no, fair enough. We learned from those things and learned that where Australia's probably not ready for this to happen yet. Um, but at the same time, it started to impact in terms of certain groups questioning the authenticity or actually the necessity of having a welcome to country, for instance. You know, um, and I would imagine come 2032, 2032 when the Olympic Games are back here in Brisbane, that the first people that any visitors will see are Aboriginal people. you know, all the culture be pushed out front. To say how good we are, how good are we, that type of stuff. So, as they did in the Commonwealth Games, as they did in
yeah,
other,
yeah.
big games, it's like, yeah, bit of false advertising, I reckon. So, and I really think that anything like really, it's a money making thing. They just use us when they want to, and abuse us when they don't. So, yeah. But anyway, what do you do? It's we've all got to survive and
Oh,
live our lives
yeah.
and
Look,
that sort of stuff.
yeah, you're spot on there, brother. I mean, I think that's very well said, and I think, I don't know, brother. I mean, it's just, it's just hard to take on. I mean, but as we always say, life goes on, and there's always something for us to do, and it's, you know, there's always going to be work that needs to be done. So,
That's right.
um, I'm looking forward to the challenge of the next couple of years, brother. So,
Yeah, definitely, brother.
I
Yeah.
really am, and yeah, so
No, I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens here in Australia. Actually, But you're right. We have to get up every day. No matter how much we get knocked down, no matter how many
yeah,
times
100%.
things don't go our way, we still got to get up, and we all do that. We all get up and do stuff for our community. So it's as much as we can sort of, I suppose, whinge about it, I guess, and we just got to kind of let that go and get on with what we have to do to help them. Yeah. I see Jan Hogan from
And
Wales is there called Jan.
good morning. Hope you're doing well.
Yep. Yeah,
And
definitely.
we're not
Yeah.
gonna sit here and win, brother. I mean, we're gonna talk about the good things that happen as well. So,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
they-
Absolutely.
they're they're,
Yeah, yeah,
they're the
yeah.
things that we want to be celebrating, and the jobs are doing, and I have a better way. Like tomorrow, as I said, we're off. We're down to Moree to do a bit of work there down there, and hope instead of the government's answer, like to youth crime, that is building detention centre. We're able to, just in a small way, brother, to be able to talk to mob and get their understanding of things, and even some solutions as well. Because as we always say, brother, we know that our mobs, they know the issues, they know their concerns, but they also know their solutions, brother. So
Yeah, definitely, brother. Right there, and yeah, it was kind of funny. Uh, Today, or actually yesterday, when I was going for coffee, there were some people, obviously older people celebrating that it is Australia Day, which is fine, which is great, you know. But as long as people know the past, I suppose it's a day of celebration. I reckon someone asked me about the date. Should we change the date? And I said, no, don't worry about changing the date. It's the only time in each year that we start to talk about Aboriginal stuff, and people start to listen about it, and we'll talk about, it raises that kind of topic and hopefully pricks the conscience of other people to have a look deeper into the history, I suppose. So, and it's on full display and everything. I watched it on the news at Brisbane and Sydney, Adelaide, Melbourne. Absolute great turnout. So it was a good thing. That's a really good thing, I think. And even though we want to change the date, um, people are asking why. Well, if they're asking why, they're actually interested in knowing why. Isn't it? Starting to make people have a deeper look into what Australia really means and why Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander people get offended by it. Yeah, it's not still up.
Yeah, look, I think you're spot on, brother.
Yeah, if we move the date, then we'll have nothing to talk about. We'll talk about another date. Yeah, so I reckon leave it as it is. And, let's let everyone have an opportunity to voice to tell their story, I suppose, and change some minds, I guess. So that's what I think anyway about it. So, but yeah, look, mate, there's like you say, there's a lot of good things happening in our communities. There's a lot of good people out there. I mean, I'm looking forward to the opportunity of getting down to. My next gig is here in Cairns, Cairns, Townsville, Mackay, Rockhampton, and Bundaberg over the next couple of weeks. Looking forward to getting out and catching up with them
Yeah, wow.
communities. Yeah, so it should be good. Heading to Adelaide on the weekend. So head down there on Thursday for the weekend. Got a conference down there. it's a Bitcoin conference. So I'm wanting out a bit more about the Bitcoin stuff. Seems to be a bit of a topic these days, especially now. The election over in America is all done and dusted, and that it's shown some signs of increasing in space. So I don't know how many black fellows are into this sort of stuff, but it'd be interesting to know if there's anyone else out there that is looking at it and wondering what it's all about. So we're certainly interested in it. We're wanting to find out a bit more about it. So we're going down to this conference on the weekend to check it out. So, and I understand it's about 14 degrees at its lowest down in Adelaide. So yeah, 14 degrees in the hot.
Temperature?
Yeah, and it's about 21 or something like that. So on a high.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm that part I'm not looking forward
Jeez,
to.
you better just take a couple of jumpers with you, brother.
I reckon I'll be taking jumpers and bloody flannels and all sorts.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love Adelaide. Adelaide's a nice.
That's good. Well, it's good, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, look, Adelaide's absolutely beautiful. I mean, yeah, look, the time, you get out and about and see a bit of, what's going on, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So,
yeah,
yeah.
lots of green spaces there in Adelaide. I reckon. And, yeah, but it's
Oh, beautiful city, brother. Beautiful city,
it's a good spot. I've been there a few times.
and beautiful surroundings as well. So, yeah.
That's what we're doing this weekend. Head down there. I'll be back here on Monday. So yeah, but we'll be ready to go next Monday. So we'll be back let you know how everything went.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, we'd be really interested in finding that out too, brother. So
Yeah,
that'd be really good. So
yeah,
yeah, keep us updated.
we'll do. Yeah, we'll do. Yeah. So, um, tell us what are you? I know you said you're going out to do some work. So, tell us a bit more about that. And I know you talked about it. In terms of consultations, I guess, with those organisations around youth.
And we the community organisations. There's a lad that we've been engaged from Moree Council. Patrick Shepherdson's his name. Really good fellow. Really done a heap of work with the Healing Foundation and that, and that's where I know Patrick from, and he's asked us to come and do help him with the community consultation. So we will be talking to Mob down there, and we've already sort of put that in play. Spoke to some of the our contacts down there, and they're keen to help with that as well. And it's just all around, the youth crime, which Moree isn't alone in. There's a lot of it. It doesn't matter where you go, brother. So this could be really something that may be able to help other areas as well. So and as I said before, it's about being having that yarn to Mob, and they may have some of those solutions that that government need to hear about, instead of again those detention centres that they just want to build and put young people in, brother. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. It'll be interesting to hear what the community has to say, I suppose, especially from those organisations in terms of this, because and whether or not this kind of thing has happened before, especially from the kind of justice area, you know what I mean, to find out what is going on and how can they work together um, to start to reduce
I
some of
mean,
that.
yeah, this is nothing new, is it? Seriously, it certainly isn't anything new. It's no magic bullet, if you like, or anything like that. It's something that's going to be carefully crafted, I guess. And Patrick is really good at writing that sort of stuff up, and being heard by government, I guess. So that's where trying to do it. Like it's about coming in and visiting and yarning with local service providers, and you know eh, uh, around things what's needed to make Moree a safer place for everyone. So
Mm,
that's basically it, brother. We and there's we know that there's been so much discussion and activity in Moree in relation to concerns, about youth and young people and crime and all that sort of stuff. But hopefully this can something comes out of this, brother. I mean, I'd hate to see it. If we go down there, spend the week down there, and then nothing comes of it, because there's nothing that's more dissatisfying, I guess, and not just for us, but for community, because it's that community here at time and time again, same old,
mm.
but hopefully, Patrick's able to, you know, um, write up what we need to write up. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, no. Well, it sounds like like we said before, we just get up and get into our stuff. You know what I mean? So basically, just got to get in, hurry out to the community there, those organisations to find out, what can be done better. What?
yeah, look, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's all. That's all we can do, But it certainly will be interesting to hear, mob's take on things, brother. So
Yeah, yeah,
and we've had some really good responses, from people that we've spoken to already, and they they're really willing to sit down and have these yarns as well. So like Patrick's doing a lot of the work with the government organisations, and the police and the council and all that sort of stuff, and we'll be doing a lot of work with community, just in those yarns as well, brother.
yeah, yeah,
So
definitely. Yeah. Well, hopefully something comes good.
And we also get to go out to Boggabilla as well, and Toomala as well. So yeah,
Okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that sounds good. Because I know that there were some issues around Boggabilla, I suppose, especially I think it was happening late last year. I guess there was some things going on up across the border. It got a little windy, and
yeah, it wasn't all that long ago, was
ah,
it?
that's right. Remember that? Yeah. And they were saying it was from
Yeah,
young
yeah,
fellas
yeah,
coming
yeah.
across the border, and yeah, probably playing up a bit too much. So anyway, I think that yeah, Bougainville would be something interesting. I know that years and years ago, Moree was a pretty tight place, really. And that changed.
Yeah.
That changed. Also back then, and a lot of things were happening for people in that community. There was a lot of jobs creation type stuff going on. There's a lot of business stuff going on. I think that's the place actually where Charlie Perkins and the Freedom Riders drove into town, and the kids weren't allowed to go.
Yeah. You're 100% right.
Mm,
Yeah, you're 100% right.
yeah, so obviously things have started to change since that happened, I guess, and now we're looking at community coming up with some solutions. Like we always say that communities always have a solution for what's going on, and if they, and I guess sometimes even though they might have a solution, they need the help of, they need to be coordinated, I suppose, and partnerships need to be made with the different jurisdictions that are in the community, I suppose, to make things happen. Um, and sometimes that's half the battle, isn't it? Getting other orgs on side, organisations on side.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, look, spot on, brother. You know, look, there's one thing for sure that we know that the building of more detention centers and these sort of places is not the answer. Like seriously, if prisons were for rehabilitation, it might be a different point of view. But like to be honest, I worked in so many areas that it's about it's about punishment. It's not about rehabilitation, and I think that we need to get our heads across that as well. And the again, critically, I mean, the answer isn't building detention centres to house more people. So
Mm, yeah, yep, that's right, mate. I mean, we're talking about young people here. You know what I mean? I don't know how. I know that in the LT they've lowered it down to 10. I'm not sure what the age, what the ages are here in Queensland.
same as
Not
Queensland.
sure.
Yeah, same as Queensland.
Oh, okay. And what about the New South Wales one? Is it around that age group?
100% sure with South Wales, but yeah, well,
Mm,
when you got politicians calling for, doing adult crimes where you do adult time, I mean, I think a- and we say we say this a lot, brother, on GB and CJ. It's about digging a little bit deeper to find out why some of these young fellas and girls are actually doing what they're doing, because like it's not an automatic um thing where you go, oh, they did this, they did that. Dig a little bit deeper to find out what's actually happening, and it might be um some sort of grief or whatever that they're going, whatever emotion it is that they're going through, brother.
mm,
That makes them want to get that attention that they're getting. So
mm. Yeah. When you started talking there, JB, I was also thinking about the parents or the elders of those young people, and having maybe reaching out or even asking, looking for support. in this particular area. You know what I mean? How do we keep our kids out of jail? So it's going to be interesting to see what the conversation is going to be once you get down there, once you get started. You did talk about Moree, but are there other locations as well that you'll be visiting besides Moree and Bulgabilla?
Moree, Bogler, and yeah, and Tua.
Okay.
So three. So
Yeah.
um, pretty, I suppose pretty. I suppose it's short on time as well. And as you always know, as we always know, brother, there's always shortness around, like funding and all that sort of stuff to try and get these things right. So um, again, it's a short time frame. So
Definitely. But it's got to start somewhere, I suppose, Jamie. Isn't it? Yeah, it's got to start.
look, look, yeah, no, you're spot on. As we saw, brother, like yeah, this may be just the beginning, and this may be, a template that may be used, in other areas around New South Wales, or even around Australia. So
Mm,
let's let's give it a good crack and see what comes of it. And I mean, we never know. I mean, as we always talk about celebrating, good things that mob are doing, and I'm sure that there's so many good things happening in, in place like that it's not funny. So,
mm.
we need to hear about them as well, because if we leave it to the media, all you hear about is the in our communities. But
Yeah,
we're pretty sick. Just we're not about to like put our heads in the sand or anything like that and say nothing goes on. But as we said before, let's dig a little bit deeper and find out a little bit more on some of the reasons, I guess. So.
yeah. It would be good, mate. And I'm envisaging that the people that you meet from organisations who work in organisations that work in this space will try and their best, I suppose. And they get up, like we say, every morning and get out there and do the best they can for the community. I just sometimes when I think about this sort of stuff, I kind of often question myself, what am I not doing right? You know what I mean? Why am I? Why are my kids doing what they're doing? You know what I mean? And
Oh, yeah, yeah,
don't worry about we've always with kids. If you've had kids, and I've got now young men, in their growing up, in their youth, yeah, they certainly got into some stuff, and really had to pull them back and you ask the question myself. Actually, what am I doing? Do I need help? Do I need help to sort this out? I suppose. And I'm hoping that
no,
within that, yeah, people struggle.
I, yeah, I guess we see that all the time, brother. Like if you're able to, lend a ear to people, that people want to tell their stories. It doesn't matter whether you're young, middle aged, or want to tell their stories, but they actually need someone to listen to their stories. Just there and be with them in the moment, if you like. And
Mm,
I think that goes a long way, starting that conversation. And I think that this is a. I mean, how long have we been yarning for, brother? Like,
yeah, I know.
if you talk about it, 60,000 years, or so, um, so it's always there's nothing better. We love it. There's nothing better than sitting around in a circle having a yarn. There's nothing better than sitting around, with a fire and having a yarn, a cup of tea,
Mm,
something like that. And you can guarantee it. Then when people say the environment, they start to talk about their concerns, their issues, and also what some of the solutions are as well.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was just sort of coming from a parent position, I guess, in terms of obviously some of these young people are in trouble or have been getting themselves into trouble, and you know what kind of support do we give to those parents of those young people to help with whatever they need help with to help with the situation, I suppose. It's kind of like we're always. I'm guilty of it as well. We always say, no, those young people are playing up. There's something wrong with those young people. Hold on, let's have a think about the family and how does the family, what's the impact on the family, what's the impact to the family, also what does the family, what support does that family need to help sort that out. So so it might be worth having a think about
You,
that one.
you're you're spot on, brother. I mean, you are spot on, and I guess like the work, you're spot on 100% with what you're saying because like as I said before, Patrick Shepard's been engaged, write this up, and it's a crime prevention plan that is going to come. Well, we're going to come up. So all of us are going to come up with it, and it's about how we can most effectively strengthen safety in Moree. So that's
Mm,
the that's probably the big question. You know what I mean? So yes, it is.
mm,
What are the things? How do we make everyone in places like this? So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, how do we do? How do we kind of curb that sort of behaviour, I suppose, and so that no one does get hurt? That's the sort of thing I'm kind of thinking about. And, but yeah, no, it's a good. I think it'll be a good situation, good start. I think the work you do, mate, is great, and just need to hear people's voices, I suppose. And we've got to believe, we've got to think also that the families of these young people are hurting as well. So, what can we do to help support them? Because, obviously, seeing their sibling or
and you you're spot on, brother. I mean, again, 100% correct. I mean, what about the families of these young ones or so young ones that are committing crimes? How are they impacted by this?
yeah,
And it's a really good question because I I think a lot of the time, you know, they're the missing link, if you like, because
they are. Yeah,
how do they feel? Like yeah.
but everyone's concentrating or focusing on the young person, but if they don't understand how it impacts on their family, what they're doing, what are the consequences of that. But also, I'm going to kind of bring up Dr. Dave when he's talking about heroes. You know what I mean? Who are the heroes? You know what I mean? In this whole process, and what sort of heroes are they going to be? These young people, what sort of ancestors are they going to be? What sort of you got other young people watching their boys, and they're just learning to do what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's going to be somewhere along the line. It's got to that sort of stuff has to be interrupted, if you like, or broken. The chain needs to be broken, and hopefully it won't continue in the future. But I think it's just saying all that, mate. It's all small steps. It's ask the questions, have a yarn. That's basically all we can do at the moment until something pops out in terms of what is the best strategy for this. How do we start to combat this type of behaviour? Who's going to be who's going to put their hand up and say, yeah, look, I want to be involved, that type of stuff, and start putting things into place. So I reckon it'd be fantastic.
No, 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 hey, look, it will be in, I take a session
No, no,
about this, but important that that mob need to get their voices out there, and not just their voice, but their authentic voice, brother. Because a lot of the times, you, you hear things. Oh, he or she said this, but is that the real authentic voice? You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
you get I'm in trouble for saying this, but you get the grassroots mob, to be able to talk about what they want as well, rather than, you know, people in office sitting in Canberra and Sydney and Melbourne making decisions for community that they've probably never ever set foot in, brother. So
Yeah, you're right, mate. See, Mark mentions here, as you both know, it takes a while to get mob to open up. Fire is a good start. Good not to have biggest expectations of solving problems and establishing trust and reason. It takes time, takes showing up, and being there. Parenting can be rough. You always respond to the next challenge as they present. So, thanks, Mark. Yeah, very true, mate. Very true. It does take time. Nothing's going to be fixed overnight. If not, in the next week or two, or months or a year, I suppose. But it will get sorted over time. So, but you need to start somewhere, and JB, that's the next step for you guys, is to bring those people together to have the yarn and make sure it's a safe space to open up. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. So
yeah, and I mean, like as you know, brother, we're really on creating that space there, talk and talk about their concerns and issues and solutions as well. And Mark, I think that's brilliantly said, brother. And we'd love to. I've been only asking you for 4 years, but um, maybe you want to come on and have a yarn with us, brother, because I think you've got some really good insights to what's going on, and I know the work that you do in and around the Gold Coast and other areas as well that you're doing. Come on and film, brother, because we'd love that as well.
yeah,
And we've got
yeah,
Jenny
definitely,
Wood
Mark. Yeah, that's an open invitation.
there. She said there.
Hello, Jenny.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
it's only been on the it's only been on the table for 4 years, Mark, too, brother. So
That's right.
get
An
on
open
and have a yarn with
invitation.
us.
Yeah, definitely. Um, Dan, yes, I did mention Bitcoin. You are hearing properly, so you don't go and get those ears checked just yet. Um, you're right. Um,
So if you want to know a bit more, Jan, CJ will be back on about what he's learned and what he knows and all
what
that
I
sort
let,
of stuff. So we look
yes,
forward to that as well.
yeah, you put the pressure on, mate. I like to take notes. Anyway,
No, he might have to.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah, brother. No, he said no. I'll let you know, Jan. Uh, yeah,
What?
no, Bitcoin, no. It's like
Okay.
yeah,
There
they're
you
like
go.
that. See, yeah. But mate, yeah, no,
But it's each to their own,
yeah,
brother. So
exactly
yeah,
right. Yeah,
I don't know anything about it. I can't
no,
comment.
that's
So
right. Actually, it was weird because I did see an ATM with Bitcoin all over today in Cairns at a service station. Bitcoin. I said, what?
oh yeah, okay,
Yeah, weird.
very
Anyway,
good.
not sign of the times, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, who knows? But I'm going to find out, mate. Well, I hope you have a great week, mate. I think it's good to get back into it. I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks. Getting around talking to people, I suppose. And
Look, I think it'll be fantastic, brother.
mm,
Yeah. Um, and again, I'll just give my apologies for my dad who was going to come on tonight and have a yarn with us. He was caught up, and a couple of others got a little bit camera shy,
what?
if you like
Uh,
DJ. So
uh, one had what
um,
cup?
we
What,
we won't hold that against them.
one had barley fever, so she had to get to Bali. Yeah,
Got Buff and the other one's got it was a little bit camera shy. Brian did say that he would love to come on next week, so we'll hold
Hold it.
him, get him
Yeah,
on,
definitely.
and have a yarn about the whole walkout barber
Talk about that.
you know uh, journey that he's gone on. So yeah, it'd be fantastic because
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I
I
was
put a
looking.
little video up today where he explained a little bit about it.
Oh,
So
did you? Okay, good on you, mate. Yeah, I'll have a look at it. So, really key to understand, the
yeah,
things that happen,
yeah,
in his barbershop. And, yeah, so I know there'd be a lot of conversations, a lot of stories.
yeah. Look, it's just some. Yeah. Oh, well, that's what that is too. Like once you put that that cape on, if you like, and people start to open up, and we talked about the safe space before, brother, and that's what he talks about as well, is that creates that safe space where people then feel like they can have those yarns and
Mm.
talk about their different issues and all that sort of stuff, brother.
Yeah,
So yeah, look, well, I look forward to that. I hope you have a great week, CJ. Luck with your work coming up, but we'll see you next
yeah, definitely.
Monday, of course. Um, all our
Yep.
love to everyone that want to have listen to us, yarn and brother, if you like. Uh,
Yeah,
and hope everyone has a great week. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Echo some of
Sal.
these sentiments there. So,
Yeah, yeah. And
yeah.
thanks everyone for coming on.
Stay safe.